All right, so hi, and welcome to a series I'm going to make, which is about AO3 and more precisely about how to use AO3. Because some people have difficulties with using AO3, and everything is already explained on the website, but I do understand that some people have difficulties with reading a lot of stuff or more visual learners. So that's the reason why I'm going to do that. And yeah, I hope you like it. So first and foremost, I'm going to just go on AO3. So this is AO3. To explain to people who don't know what AO3 is, it's stated right here. It's a fan-created, fan-run, non-profit, non-commercial archive. Okay, it's an archive. The transformative fan works like fanfiction, fan art, fan videos, and podfic. So basically, it's an archive where you can post all of that, all of the transformative fan work. That includes fan fiction, fan art, fan videos, and podfic. It is widely used for fan fiction because it has a chapter system, a tag system, etc., etc. So it's really useful, and it displays the text well. And you have a lot of changes you can put on your text, which is extremely useful. But yes, there are indeed fan arts and fan videos and podfics on it. So you can look for those too. And if you make those kind of work, you can post on the archive of our own too. No problem. You can do that. At the moment it's fan work, you can do that. The reason why I state at the moment it's fan work, it's because this is the purpose of AO3. So they don't really allow original work. So this is not Wattpad, okay? This is not other kind of places where you can publish your original work. This is specifically for fan works. A disclaimer about AO3 before we start is that there has been a lot of discourse about it and about how it has been run because of the kind of work that is on it. For example, there's RPF, which is real person fiction, which I personally hate, but yeah. And there's also different tags and stuff that people do not like because they think it includes problematic things. And yeah, so lots of discourse. I'm not going to get into it because this is not a subject of the videos. But if you want to look into it, there is a lot on the internet. So go look it up if you want, but I won't talk about it. So the disclaimers have been done. I'm going to show you how AO3 works. So, you have the website here. Beautiful, fantastic. And the main page have the find your favorites, the different news, because there are news. Sometimes also there are archives that are not AO3, that are other fan work archives that will be moved to AO3 and that will be displayed there. There's the new lister for each month. And yeah, the tweets sometimes work, sometimes do not work. And I think it's more because of Twitter. But yeah, no, it's going to be displayed there. And this is basically the presentation with the get invited thing that I'm going to talk about later in the video. So when you arrive here, you have fandom, all fandom, anime and manga, blah, 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 and categorized. You have browse with the work, the bookmarks, the tag, the collection. You have the search, works, bookmarks, tags, people, and you have the about. So I'm going to first go to the about. So you have the about us, which explain basically what it is, their other major projects, etc., etc. News, which is basically the same thing as I've seen before. Each time there is news, they put it there, and you can read it, and you can comment on it. You can also change the language here depending of which language you speak. Like, for example, I'm French, so I can easily do that and go and it displays in French. Apparently, however, they're kind of late since the latest ones have not been translated yet. Gonna go back to English. So news, FAQ. It says everything. It's an FAQ. It's not complicated. There is again different languages. Boom. Wow. Beautiful. And this answers all the questions you might have about the archive, contacting staff, invitation, account, etc., etc. Every single question you have, you're gonna find it here, which is great. Will I go through all of them? I have no idea because there are some stuff I haven't done. So I guess it depends on what you want me to go through, considering the fact that there might be things that I discover at the same time as you. Then you're going to have the wrangling guidelines, which basically are about how exactly are things put in place. Like, for example, if you go in fandoms, there's a lot. You're going to have different things. Like here, you have canonical, you have Star Trek, Voyager TV, and then you're going to have that ST 2 Void, and Voyager and that will both lead back to Star Trek Voyager TV. This is basically sort of mother tag. This is the canonical way to write it, and then you have synonyms that will lead back to that, which is why the tag system is so great on AO3. So yeah, basically it explains to you how you're supposed to write different things, with the base rules, etc., etc. So go look through it in order to see how you're supposed to do that. But if you are in a fandom that has been here for a while, like Star Trek, for example, or any other big fandom, it's already going to be in the archive, which means that when you're going to start writing the name of the person, it's going to automatically propose you something. So just take the right name and don't worry too much about it. However, if it's a very small fandom and there isn't enough tags to give you automatically, then in that case, look it up to write properly. And then you have the donate or volunteer, because as stated, this is non-profit, this is non-commercial. That means they do not receive money for that. So yeah, you can help them. Donation is a big help, whether it's for servers, whether it's for, as stated here, the bandwidth too, especially since there are more and more users. And also they have other stuff on the side, like legal team that would help you out if there is any kind of problems. Now that the about is done, we can see here, fandom, browse, search. All three of them basically have the same goal in mind, which is for you to find work you want. So like I can click on all fandom. I'm going to have anime and manga, book literature, blah, blah, blah. So basically the same thing that is listed here. And I can go to book and literature. And you're going to have all of them, like big time. You can look it up with just clicking on something, or doing a beautiful Ctrl F and look for whatever you want. So once you found what you want to click on, what you want to read about, so like for example, I'm in the T's and I'm gonna take that one, and this is in Finnish. No, it's Suomi. Suomi. This is absolutely not Finnish. So yeah, you clicked on the fandom, and boom, you have every works that are in that fandom. So that is extremely useful if you want to read about one fandom specifically. Browse, you can just browse works. You have all the recent works. You can browse the bookmarks that I'm going to explain in another video. You can browse also the tags. So they show you all the tags. Well, not all the tags, but big tags like relationships. Wow, this is a big tag. Alternate universe is a big tag too. Well, Some people are interested in sex, so yeah, there's sexual content. So yeah, you have all the big most used tags that you can choose from. And then you have the collections, which is also something I'm going to talk about in another video. And yeah, you can browse through it. So that is for the unspecific search. Then you have the search, which is search works. And that will search for a work specifically. And that is when it gets interesting, because you have this little interrogation point. And when you click on it, you have this little page that's going to appear, and with all the explanation you need in there. So when I stated at the beginning that every single explanation you need, every single help you need to how to use AO3, it's already on AO3. So yeah, basically word search any field that explains you what any fields mean, what you can use, the asterisk, the space, and whatever that bar is, etc., etc. Then you have the title, pretty telling, author, artist, pretty telling to the date, completion status, crossover, single chapter, blah, 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 all of that. You can list everything you want in there to find the work you want. Like, for example, if you want only complete works that exclude crossovers that are only in, I don't know, Magyar, and you want only no archive warnings apply, then you go search and you have all of that. This is exactly what you gave. There's no archive warning applying, the language is Magyar, and there is no crossovers. So that is how you search for works. Bookmarks are a bit different. You again have any field on work, but this time you have the work tags. You have the type, if it's a work series, extended work, the work language is the same. Any field on bookmark. So that is the difference. That is work. That is bookmark, because the work and bookmark are different. Bookmarkers tag, so the person who bookmarked the work, the person who bookmarked it, the notes they added, and if it's a bookmark which is a rec or with notes, and the date it's been bookmarked. And again, you can sort it. You can also look by tags. You have tag name, which is just a global tag you're looking for. You can look for the fandom, for the type. So if it's a fandom, a character, relationship, etc. So the tag name here. Wrangler status, if it's canonical or non-canonical. We saw that a bit before with the fandom stuff. Canonical is like the mother tag for a fandom or for a person, etc., etc. And again, you can sort it. Finally, you can look for people, the name, or the fandom. And yeah, you can look for people with that. So that is basically how you browse through AO3. All the stuff you can do actually, I'm seriously just looking for a random work, okay? When you get on there, I don't know, I guess you've read it all. Oh, there's drawings in it. Oh, that is so cool. Anyway, when you're at the end, you can do the work. You can also leave a comment with the guest name and an email address. And I stated the email address will not be published. I suppose it's just to verify that you're not a bot, and also it's to send you an email if the person answers. But yeah, you can leave a comment, and you can leave kudos. And well, kudos are nice, but comments are even nicer. So if you can leave a comment, even if it's a basic one, like, oh, I love this story, go for it. Go ham, and any fanfic writers will absolutely love you if you do that. So now we've browsed through AO3, we've clicked on a work, we've read the work, and maybe you want more, okay? Maybe you want to share your own fan works, get notified when your favorite work series or users update. You want to participate in challenges and keep track of works. that's where you go to get invited. And basically, this is an invitation request. Because you cannot just make your account like that. They're not Google, as stated before. They need money for the servers because a lot of people come, so they need to regulate that. So this is why. So if you want to have an account on AO3, you're gonna have to go through that. Or, by the way, if you are friend with someone who is on AO3, you can ask them to go to invitations and to give you an invitation, which will allow you to receive an email right away and to make an account right away. But if you do not have any friend already on AO3, it's okay. Don't stress. You can always ask for an invitation here. So first, you need to read that block of text. And basically, they're just stating that by submitting your email address, okay, to have an invitation, you are confirming that you are at least 13 years old. There are countries, however, like in Europe, I think France age is 14. So 14 in France, I think, is the minimal age you need to have in order to make things. So they're stating here 13 years old. But if your country says it's above, then it's going to be above. So you're always stating that you are above the right age to make an account, which means that you are old enough to consent to the processing of your personal data, okay, without having to have a written permission from a parent or legal guardian. So again, if the law says that starting this age, you have the right to make an account, then this fits, okay? You don't need to have a written permission. Written permission would mean that you are under 13 or under the age that was stated by your state or by your country. So they use the email address to send you an invitation and to process manage your account activation. And first, you need to read the terms of service. And I know it's heavy. There's a lot, but read it because it's important. Because if you have any problem or whatever, they're going to say, hey, this is the terms of service. You agreed to it. So yeah, do read it, pay attention to it, and it's okay. It's less heavy than, you know, Facebook or Twitter or whatever. And this is not a big corporation whose purpose is to get your information. So do go through it. It's gonna be okay. So once you read it and you're sure, you can fill in your email. You can click add me on the list. But if you've already requested an invitation, you can also check your position in the waiting list. So you enter your email and you click on look me up, and it's gonna show you where you are in the list. So there are currently 44,326 people on the waiting list. They send out 7,000 invitations per day. So I guess you do that divided by 7,000 and 6.3. So if I did the right calculation, then technically in 6.3 days, you will receive your invitation. That is, however, the number of people while I'm recording. It might change over time, but if you want to have a more precise timeline on when you will receive your invitation, that's it. And well, globally, that's it. That is the little part on how to make an AO3 account. And I will leave the video at that. And in the next one, we're going to see how to basically use AO3 when you have an account, which is, you know, profile, preferences, etc., etc. So thank you for watching, and well, I hope I'll see you in the next video. And if not, well, this is sad, but I'm gonna be fine. Okay, so I am back real quick. If you have specific questions about how to use AO3 and you want me to talk about it in one of the next videos, you can ask it in the comments, but you can also go on Tumblr to look for AO3 helper and send an ask that I will answer. and that I will also answer in video. So yeah, thank you.